Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Welcome to this Bantam B1 championship game between Minneapolis Bantam B1 Black and the Osseo Maple Grove Black Bantam team. These teams come in here, Minneapolis with a record of 9-3-3. Osseo Maple Grove has a record of 12-5-1. Yeah, I believe that's correct, 12-5-1. They are, both teams are actually coincidentally ranked right next to one another in the YouthHockeyHub.com rankings. Minneapolis is ranked 24th, and I believe, Osseo Maple Grove ranked 23rd, if I remember correctly, somewhere thereabouts. So, at least according to the rankings, this should be a pretty good game. However, the Storm have played this Osseo Maple Grove team one time already. They played them. It was their first district game of the year earlier this year in early November, and that did not work out so well. Storm were down a couple players and really were never in the game. They ended up losing that one 7-0. The game was over early. So hoping to have a little better showing here tonight for the Storm as they go for their second championship trophy of the year for tournament. They won the Bloomington Winter Classic earlier this month, and now they are playing in this championship game of the 51st annual Minneapolis Cup. This game is running a little bit late as the prior game, the Bantam B2 game, championship game, went into overtime. So we're running about 15 minutes late or so here. But both teams have finished their warm-ups, and we are about to get underway here. A lot of Storm fans here as the Bantam B1 Gray team will play the game following this one for third place. And so a lot of those families and fans of that team are here cheering on the black team. And here's a face-off. Colin O'Day on the face-off. The puck is loose in the neutral zone, gets knocked down into the Storm zone where Griffin O'Melia chases it down. And here's Colin. He outlets to Otto. Otto then brings it up. He sends it across. George tries to chase it down. Colin keeps it in the zone. Now here's George with it. Otto then picks it up in the corner. Otto sends it back. Now this one is poked out of there, and Cam Adair will have to chase it down. Cam gets it to Otto. Otto shovels it in. Oh, and here's a loose puck that... Oh, and George tried to redirect it toward the net, and that was right off of the goalie's pad. Now, Osseo Maple Grove dumps it in deep. Beck reverses it around to Tyson. Tyson flings it across ice. Goes into the neutral zone where Osseo Maple Grove picks up. Intercepted by Tyson. Tyson fires one. Tyson, a little patient, skated in. Tyson got a shot off. It was covered by the Osseo Maple Grove goalie. Griffin fires a shot. Here's Will Marsh with it. He's going to chip it into the corner. This one pops up in the air. Oh, Will wrestles it away. It's a little loose in the slot for a second, but Osseo Maple Grove comes away with it. Griffin spins it around, gets it over to Archie. Archie out to Will Marsh. Will just chips it up into the zone. That's going to be an icing call. Yeah. So we will come back down for a defensive zone face-off for the Storm. Just underway here, 13-15 left in this opening period of this championship game. Here comes Jackson Gaston in to take the face-off. He kicks it back, won by Minneapolis. Cam sends it around the boards, comes to Colin Moose. Colin sends it into the neutral zone, but it's picked up, sent right back by Beck Shepner. Here's Cam with it. Cam over to Beck. Beck's going to skate it up. He loses control. Comes to Ben Scari. Ben goes cross ice over to Cam. Now Cam skates it through the neutral zone. He comes in, trying to get in for a shot. Stops. Then he chips it in deep. Jackson behind the net with it. George comes in to try to take it away. Here's Colin Moose behind the net. Colin squirts away, still has control, circles around, reverses. Now he gets taken down. I don't know how you don't have a call on that one, but no call. Now this was wrestled away by George Lego. Now George goes into the corner. George goes down. This is knocked all the way down. That's going to be an icing call on Osseo Maple Grove. So offensive zone face-off for the Storm here. Storm being very aggressive with the puck so far. They're keeping in their offensive zone. They're looking pretty good so far, much better than the start of the game, the last couple of games. Here's Colin O'Day on the face-off. Tied up at his feet. Eventually squirts away and comes to Osseo Maple Grove. They send it cross ice. Comes around to George. George flings it out there, but controlled by Osseo Maple Grove. This one comes out of the zone, but no call. Now it's knocked all the way out. George is going to chase it down into the corner. Osseo Maple Grove back into the zone, defended by Beck. Beck takes it away. There's a shot from long corner. Griffin knocks it out of there. Otto chips it ahead, but that comes right to Osseo Maple Grove. Nice defense. Here comes Colin. Colin's taking it away. He's coming in for a shot. He gets shot on goal, but it's steered away. Back comes Osseo Maple Grove through the neutral zone. And that's going to be an offsides on Osseo Maple Grove. So we will face off right down front here with 10 and 19 left to go here in this opening period. No score yet. This one is knocked in deep. Beck goes over to get it. Knocked away by Will Marsh. Now Will skates it up. He goes cross ice over to Tyson. Here's Tyson. Tyson fires one right on goal, and it's loose. The goalie knocked it down, but he didn't have it covered, and a very quick whistle was popped out front. But nonetheless, we'll have a stoppage of play, offensive zone face-off for the Storm here. Just under 10 minutes to go here in this first period. Jackson Gaston on the face-off. This one chipped in by Colin Moose. Now it comes out of the zone and back in, but taken away by Osseo Maple Grove. Storm looking very good so far. They are not backing down in this one at all. And this one comes to Ben Just, and he covers it. Ben Just is in goal today. He's done a very nice job. He was the one that was in goal against for the 7-0 rout against Osseo Maple Grove the first time out. And ever since then, he's been outstanding in goal, and he is looking good again today. Collins sends this back the other way, still in the neutral zone. Now here's Otto wrestles it away. Comes to Osseo Maple Grove though, and out it comes again. Beck sends it across. Here's Otto. Otto's going to send it in. Goalie knocks it into the corner. George knocks it back down. And that's an icing call on Osseo Maple Grove. So we will come back down for an offensive zone faceoff. I like the way this game is starting out. The Storm looking much, much better than they did at the start of the last two games, as they have come out aggressively here. Here is Will Marsh on the faceoff. This one comes back to Cam. Cam fires a shot, but that is deflected away. Oh, and there's a centering pass. Now this one comes out to Beck. Beck's going to fire one from long range. Now he fires another one. That one's off of the Osseo Maple Grove player on both occasions. Now Beck tries to keep it in. Eventually it comes out of there. They try to chip it toward the net, but it's poked away. Out to the point. There's a shot. Nice save by Ben. There's a Stormer and a line change. This one now comes to, pops up in the air, loose in the neutral zone, and that'll be an offsides on Osseo Maple Grove. Here's Jackson Gaston on the faceoff. This one's sent around and picked up by Colin Moose in the corner. Now here's Griffin. Griffin fires one from long range. Nice shot, Griffin, as she gets that one in on net. He had a nice look, covered by the Osseo Maple Grove goalie. And offensive zone faceoff as O'Day Hutchins and Lego come back in on the front line. Colin got a stick on that one, but eventually comes to Osseo Maple Grove. Colin knocks that one away. Now here comes Otto. Otto, George, and Colin. Here's a cross across to Colin, and he tried to get a shot away, but that was blocked. George keeps it in. Otto sends it down. Here's George. George sends it into the neutral zone, and Otto couldn't catch up to that one. This one gets sent down. Both teams in a line change now as Beck goes over to pick this up. Beck sends it out, but comes to Osseo Maple Grove. They send it in deep. James Meyer picks it up. James with it now in the corner. Tries to get it out of there. Osseo Maple Grove still controls though. And now here's Griffin with it. Griffin to Tyson. Tyson gets it out of the zone. Osseo Maple Grove just dumps it into the corner. Griffin goes over to pick it up, sends it around. Now here's Will Marsh with it, trying to wrestle it away. Will again with it. Will eventually comes out of there with it. He gets it up to Tyson. Now here's Tyson. He's got an opportunity, and he gets a shot on net. And Archie, Archie with a wide open net, but he fires it wide. Archie in the corner, trying to dig it out. Now it squirts between the defenders and all the way down, so Beck will have to change, pick this up. Here comes Cam. Cam gets it cross ice, but that goes underneath Colin's stick, and Colin moves. Tries now, Colin moves with it again. He tries to skate it in here. It's taken away. Beck now pokes it back down in. Good job keeping it in the zone here. Now this one gets sent around and out. Oh, it's kept in nicely by Cam, but now it comes out. OMG is offside. That is like their fourth or fifth offside so far. They are a little out of sync, which works to the Storm's favor here. Now here's Colin in a face-off. Otto with it. Oh, Otto out front, and Otto couldn't get a handle on the stick, on the puck there to send it over to Colin, and ends up coming out, and Osseo Maple Grove brings it down. Colin takes it away. Colin up to Otto. That's a little too far. Now Colin picks it up. Colin skates it in, reverses it around, gives it to George. Now here's Griffin with it. Griffin sends it back down. Now back out to James. James Meyer with a shot. That one is steered into the corner. Colin loses the handle on that one. Comes away to Osseo Maple Grove. 3:17 left here in this opening period. Still no score. Back and forth game so far. Both of these teams playing very hard. This one's wrestled away by Will Marsh. Here comes Will into the zone, and that's an offsides as Will skated sideways on that one. He should have gone forward, and he caught Tyson offsides on that one. Here's Will Marsh. Will sends it in deep. Tyson chases it down. Wrestling with his man in the corner. Oh, there's a centering pass that comes right through the crease. Intercepted by Will Marsh. Now it's loose in the neutral zone right in front of the Storm bench. Eventually Tyson pokes it away. Comes to Beck. Beck knocks it ahead. Storm doing a great job on defense. They really haven't given any. I don't know that they've got Osseo Maple Grove has even got a shot on goal yet. And here's Cam trying to wrestle it away. He's got it tied up. Will Marsh comes over to pick it up, but taken right back by Osseo Maple Grove. They send it around. 1:56 left in this period. Here's Will Marsh. Will Marsh up to Colin Moose. Colin Moose now skates it ahead, but he's got no help, so he just dumps it in. Storm are in a line change.
Get over there. Let's go. Fight for that puck.
The Minneapolis Bantam A team is here watching the game. They are sitting right down front there and expressing their displeasure with a lack of a call there. Now here comes Colin O'Day on the faceoff again. Colin wins it back to Griffin. Griffin fires one, and that is right in the glove of the goalie. Storm really putting some pressure on here as they are trying to break this 0-0 tie here early in this, or late in this first period. Collins sends it back to Griffin. Griffin maneuvers around. Sends it back to Colin. That one comes out of the zone. Comes right to James Meyer. James sends it right back into the neutral zone. And 1 minute left here in this opening period. There's a shot from the outside that doesn't get through as it hits a Maple Grove player. This one comes to Otto. Otto's going to skate this out. He's got George on the other side. Now George comes in. George takes a shot. Now Colin with it. That's poked off of his stick. It's loose for a second, but now it comes to Osseo Maple Grove, and they're going to send it in and go for a line change. Here's Cam with it. Cam comes away with it. He maneuvers around, skates it up. He's going to dump it in. Jackson goes in to try to get it, as he's got Archie trailing on the other side. Now Archie picks up the loose puck, sends it in. Pad saved by the goalie. Patience, guys, patience. And that'll be the end of the period. After one, we are tied at 0 here with a lot of back and forth by both teams, but nobody able to get one in the net. So teams will strategize for the second period here. Much different game than the first game between these two teams. Is the first game between these two, as I mentioned, was not much of a contest. Storm played this OMG team over in Northeast Arena, the first district game of the year, and I believe the Storm were down either 2 or 3 goals to nothing within the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game, and obviously a much different story here as the Storm playing much better and much closer to their potential here. They've shown the ability to play with anybody in the state here, and are looking good so far. All right, and here we go with the start of the second period here. Will Marsh, Archie Reardon, and Tyson Jung starting on the front line. Tyson chases this one into the corner. Maple Grove tries to outlet. That's kept in by James. Now wrestled away by Will Marsh. Now Archie sends it back down right into the crease. Tyson tries to poke it away, but can't. Oh, this one's poked away. Now Tyson's going to bring this into the send this into the zone. Archie with it, and sends back down on goal. Storm doing a great job just picking up loose pucks and really fighting for everything here, which is what you got to do in this kind of game. So, and now we got another offsides on Osseo Maple Grove. Here's a loose puck in the neutral zone, picked up by Jackson Gaston. Jackson. Now it comes the other way as OMG wrestles it away. Oh, and there's a pass into the slot and a shot, but that was wide. Puck comes loose. Knocked into the corner. Cam Adair is going to try to chase this down, but comes away to OMG. There's a shot and a glove save by Ben Just as he scoops that one up. O'Day, Hutchins, and Lego come back in on the front line. Now, this one's knocked back down where James Meyer tries to pick it up. Here's George with it. George is going to send it around the other way for Otto. Otto in the corner, gets it to Colin. Comes out of the neutral zone, comes to Otto. Otto carries it in. Sends it across. This one gets knocked out, but comes to Griffin. Griffin to Cam. Cam back to Griffin. Now it's sent into the neutral zone, but comes to OMG. There's Griffin as he gives a shoulder to his man and wrestles it away. Now kicked out of there by Griffin. Griffin tries to chase it down. And now here's Beck. Beck sends it off the wall into the neutral zone, but comes away to OMG. There's a shot at Ben. Ben knocks that one down. Beck with it in the corner.
Get him, get him.
This one's set down. Tyson comes over to pick this up out of the corner. Tries to knock it out of there, but it comes away to OMG again as they still control. OMG centers out in a slot picked off by Tyson. Now, eventually, Tyson comes away with it. They got a 2-on-1 if he hurries. He's got Archie. Now, Archie over there. Oh, and Archie gets another shot away. A great, nice play between Archie and Tyson. And Archie got the shot away. It was a good shot, but nice play by the Osseo Maple Grove goalie. Here's Jackson Gastone on the faceoff. This one comes to Ben Scari. Ben trying to wrestle it away, but now it's loose behind the net. Comes to Colin Moose. Colin Moose sends it out, but comes to OMG. There's a shot at Ben. He saves that one. Ben Scari with it to Colin Moose. Colin's going to bring it out. He loses control, and here comes Osseo Maple Grove, and they got a shot at Ben. Ben's in great position, and he gloves that one. Nice save by Ben. He's looked really good in goal so far. .34 left here in this second period. Still no score. O'Day on the face-off. This one comes away to OMG. Back pins his man against the boards. Colin comes in, try to fish it out. There's a backhand shot at Ben. Another shot at Ben. And now this one comes away to George. George up to Otto. Otto comes ahead. Now here's George. Oh, and George got a shot away, but he Didn't get very good. Didn't get a very good stick on it. Now here comes Osseo Maple Grove, brings it back, and they score as they knock Ben into the goal. And I think Ben's been a little shaken up on that play. So Osseo Maple Grove gets the go-ahead goal. I think Ben's going to be okay. He's just a little shaken up as he got run right into the goal there. So Ben's going to stay in goal here as he's going to shake this one off. Ben stood his ground like he should, and not a whole lot he could do about that one. Is
scoring for Osseo Maple Grove, number 11, William Peterson. Time of goal, 5:08.
So at 5:08 in the second period, Osseo Maple Grove takes the lead here. Storm will see if they can rebound here. Oh, and this one squirts underneath Tyson's stick and out. Now here's James trying to break it out of there. OMG with it, and another save by Ben. Oh, and there's a redirect right at Ben. He was in somebody's without a stick over there. I think that's Griffin. Griffin takes his man down. And this one is lifted out of there. That's nice. That was going to be on net, so no icing call.
Two on. Gets it up for McElroy. Nice play. Gotta get it out.
This one's poked away, wrestled away by Colin Moose. Colin over to Jackson Gaston. Jackson maneuvers in. Oh, and he gets one off the side of the net.
Get the puck. Get it out.
Back does a good job keeping this in the zone. Now,
Get in there.
tie up, and a couple of players go down. Osseo Maple Grove controls it, but they can't get it now. They get it out. That's going to be an icing call. Oh, come on. That was not touched, but there was no icing on that one. It's Cam trying to skate this one out. Eventually this comes out of the zone, and now OMG dumps it in behind the net. Oh, and here's a puck loose in the slot, but OMG skates it around behind the net as Colin tries to defend.
Go get it.
There's a shot blocked by Ben Scorey. Ben just sends it down. That's going to be an icing call on the Storm. So 1-0 Osseo Maple Grove. Midway through the second period here. Colin O'Day on the faceoff. Now comes loose in the circle. George, he gets it out of the zone, but picked right back up by OMG, and they send it back down. The shot steered away by Ben. And there's another goal by Osseo Maple Grove. They got in deep and have been able to control it in the zone for the last several minutes. And when you have trouble getting out of the zone, bad things happen. And that's what happened there. Is not much Ben could do about that one, as that one was sent right out front and put in the net. Now here's Tyson. Tyson's going to shovel it in deep.
Keep it in the zone, circle. Back up for Miller.
Scoring for Maple Grove, number 4, John Miller IV.
This one intercepted by Will
Number
Marsh.
18,
Will sends it out to Archie. Archie backhand it down, and
8.
now it's kept in by Beck. And Beck keeps it in. Now he's got Tyson on the other side, tries to get it across to him, but not quick enough as OMG came in to get his stick on that one. Now Tyson with it. He's got Archie on the other side if he can hurry. Now here comes Archie across the line. Archie comes in with a shot, and Archie's had 3 solid shots on goal, but right at the goalie, unfortunately, and he covers that one. Now here comes Jackson Gaston on the face-off. Goes down behind the net. OMG picks it off the wall. Now through the neutral zone. Centering pass comes to Griffin. Wrestled away by Griffin. He's going to send it out. That's going to be ice. Oh no, there's no call. They waved that one off, so. Colin Moose trying to wrestle that away. Oh, and here's a puck in the slot. Oh, and eventually poked away. George tried to get that out of there, but it was knocked off his stick. Now here's Griffin with it. And there's a shot right on net as Ben stopped that one. And that's going to be an ice on Osseo Maple Grove. So offensive zone faceoff for the Storm here with 4:53 left in this second period. Storm still looking to get on the board here. Colin on the face-off. This one's loose in the slot for a second. Now it comes across to the other side, and OMG chips it in. Tam reverses it to George. George sends it out, but right to OMG. Now they have it on the point now. Down between the circles, and a shot at Ben. Ben in good position again. Ben has really been very solid in goal. As I mentioned, he had a rough outing against this OMG team, but ever since then it's been very, very strong. There's a shot that goes across to the other side, picked up by OMG behind the net. There's a shot that goes up over the net. Oh, this one takes a funny carom off of the glass and comes right back out front, but Ben smartly jumps on it, covers it, so we will have a face-off in the Storm defensive zone here. Will Marsh wins the face-off back to Griffin. Griffin sends it around. Will Marsh trying to wrestle it away. Now here's James with it. James outlets to Tyson. Tyson chips it ahead. Tyson still with it. Oh, and he gets it over to, he got it over to Archie, but it was on Archie's backhand. He couldn't do much with it. Now James knocks it back in the zone, but that'll be an offsides on the Storm. Now here's Will Marsh on the face-off at center ice. This one comes to OMG. Griffin wrestles this away, comes to Will Marsh. Right back to OMG now. Now here it is. Griffin with it. Griffin brings this in. Griffin fires one on net. That's off the pad of the goalie. Now Archie tries to keep it in, but Osseo Maple Grove comes back. They're going to send it in. Will Marsh with it, trying to wrestle it away. Now Griffin tries to get it out of there. Eventually comes to, and that one's a little too far for Archie, and that's going to be an icing on the Storm. So 2:19 left here in this second period. 2-0 Osseo Maple Grove. Now Beck wrestles the puck away. He sends it over to Cam. Cam with it. Cam chips it up to Will Marsh. Or sorry, that's Ben Score. Now Ben with it. Ben chips it into the zone. Does a nice job to knock it down. Still in the corner now. Beck keeps this one in. This one squirts out of there though, and back comes OMG. Oh, nice job by Cam to kick that one away. There's another shot. Nice save by Ben. Number 11 for Osseo Maple Grove is their top player. He's the one that scored the first goal of the game, and anytime he gets in deep, he can score. Nice job by George to chip that one in and go chase it. Stormer in the line change. Now this one comes to Beck. Beck. Oh, Beck sends it back down. I thought George was going to be able to get to that one. 1 minute left here in the period. Otto comes in. Now Colin chases it over. Oh, Colin wrestles it away for a second, but then and back comes Osseo Maple Grove. Uh-oh, this is not good. Oh. And Osseo Maple Grove he got in deep again and got Ben leaning and put it in the empty net, so that'll now make it 3-0. Will Marsh on the face-off comes to Osseo Maple Grove. Griffin. Oh, Griffin misses on the pass. And
assisted by number 11, William Peterson.
Now this one comes to Tyson. Tyson loses it in the neutral zone. Oh, misplayed by Osseo Maple Grove. Now back they come again. 12 seconds left. Oh, there was another scoring opportunity for Osseo Maple Grove. Fortunately, that went a little wide. This one's wrestled away by James, and that'll be the end of the second period. So Storm still looking to get on the board here as they got their work cut out for them, but it's not impossible for them to come back from this 3-goal deficit here. They're playing well. If they can get a break or two, you get a goal on the board and get some energy back, and tends to energize you when you get one on the board. And if the Storm can do that early in this third period, they got a chance here. But much, much better showing for the Storm today relative to the last couple games where they ended up with wins in both occasions, but They were both ugly wins. Some of the Storm faithful here to cheer on this Minneapolis Bantam B1 Black team in this championship game. And here we go with the start of the third period. Storm will be going right to left. Will Marsh on the faceoff here. This one comes back to back over to Cam. Cam up to Tyson. Now Will Marsh gets it into the zone. He loses the handle on now. Gains it back. Oh, he tries to get it across to Archie. Now Tyson. Tyson sends it across, but that's a little too much for Archie. Now there's a shot sent in and a loose puck. Oh, and it's still loose. Oh, quick whistle by the ref. As that's the second time now the Osseo Maple Grove goalie has knocked it down but not controlled it, and he's blown the whistle. That puck was still loose out front, and Storm are trying to get a stick on that one. Offensive zone face-off here for Jackson Gaston. He kicks it down deep here as Colin Moose tries to defend, but it's eventually broken out by OMG. And Jackson and Griffin try to wrestle it away. Oh, and there's a shot. Oh, assist. Comes right out into the slot, and Storm could not get it out, though. OMG still controlling. Now poked away by Griffin. Now here's another loose puck in the slot. James Meyer is going to eventually send this out. That'll be an icing call on the Storm. That was a nice play by James just to get that out of there, as the Storm needed a little bit of a breather there. They got a line change as O'Day Hutchins and Lego come back in. Now here's Otto. Otto gets it up to George. Comes across the line. Oh, and Colin. Oh, Colin with a shot right on goal, but couldn't get it past the goalie. Now Colin comes in, tries to pick it off the back wall. Sent around, nice job by Cam to keep it in. He sends it back down. Oh, this one's wrestled away by Colin. He's going to send it back down into the other corner where Otto tries to pick it up. Otto sends it around, but nobody over there, and it's going to kick out of there. And now OMG's got a 2-on-1. Oh, and fortunately they misplayed that one.
Don't give him the puck! Nice play, that boy. Nice play. Gets it back.
OMG comes back. They catch the Storm in a line change. And you cannot let that guy get in deep. That's what happens. And that will now make it 4-0. Storm of got to get something on the board here to try to stop this bleeding here, and got an issue with the clock, I believe, or something. A stoppage of play here while they sort that out. And here's the drop of the puck. This one comes to James Meyer. James Tries to send it in. Now it's knocked in by Will Marsh. Will Marsh trying to control it. He's going to send it over to Tyson, but that's intercepted. Griffin. Griffin back down to Tyson. Tyson with it. Back to Griffin. Griffin sends one in, but that is knocked up into the air and off the back wall.
Scoring for Osseo Maple Grove, number 11, William Peterson, assisted by number 8, Jacob McElroy. Time of goal, 2:24.
This is picked up by Cam. Cam looking for someone to pass it. He gets it up to Colin Moose. Colin Moose across to Archie, but Archie was on his back foot and couldn't catch up to that one. Now here is Cam. Cam along the boards. Knocked out of there by Colin Moose. Intercepted by Ben Score. There's another shot on goal by Osseo Maple Grove, but Ben in nice position to cover that one. So 11:07 left here in this third period. Storm still looking to get on the board here. Now here is Stone on the faceoff. This comes to O'Melia. O'Melia out to Colin Moose, up to George. Now George gets it over to Jackson. And this was just comes out of the zone. So back to Griffin. Griffin's going to send it back in. Now kept in by Jackson, as Colin Moose comes over into the corner to try to pick it out of there. George does get a stick on it, but it comes to Osseo Maple Grove, and back they come. Nice job, poked away and sent into the corner by Griffin.
Gino Miller also played. Love that from Gino.
Wrestled away by Jackson. Now here comes Jackson into the zone. Sent into the corner. Centering pass out for Beck, but now wrestled away by George again. George still has it in the zone. He's going to send it into the corner. Otto with it in the corner. He's trying to get it out. Here's a shot by Cam. And a redirect. That actually hit it's a shot by Cam. It was a little off the mark, but it hit a Osseo Maple Grove player and spun back toward the net. And eventually knocked down and covered. So offensive zone face-off for the Storm here. Will Marsh on the face-off. He sends this into the corner. Chipped out of there. Kept in nicely by Griffin. Now it comes out, and here comes Osseo Maple Grove. And that's going to be a penalty on the Storm as Griffin takes his man down. It's going to be an interference call unless they. I think that's just going to be a minor. He did take him into the board kind of hard, but I don't think that was. They're going to call boarding on that, I think. So that is going to be a major penalty, I think, on the Storm. And so Griffin will be in the box for 10 minutes, I believe, and then I didn't see who is serving the 2-minute penalty for the Storm. Osseo Maple Grove on the power play. A shot from the point. Nice save by Ben. Another save by Ben as he knocks it into the corner. James Meyer trying to wrestle this one away. Now this one's lifted out of there nicely by Will Marsh. Will trying to put some pressure on as they trying to break this one out, and Storm doing a good job of killing off some of this penalty. Still in the neutral zone. Now they get it into the zone. And that one is knocked away and picked up by Beck. Beck's going to send this all the way down and almost on net, but that'll be an icing on the Storm. So halfway through this penalty, 1 minute left on the 2-minute penalty for the Storm, so they'll be down a man for another minute here. Loose puck sent out to the point, now down to the circle, comes to Beck. Beck can't wrestle it away though. Osseo Maple Grove out to the point. Now to the circle, down low, centering out front, but loose, chipped out of there by Ben Score. Cross ice, skips over the OMG player's stick, and they will have to regroup. Now send it across. That one skips out of there. Ben tries to chase it down. He's put some pressure on. 9 seconds left on this penalty. And the Storm have killed off the penalty as they are now back at full strength. There's a shot. Nice save by Ben. Kicked out of there, and Collins got an opportunity if he can get there. As Collin came off the bench and tried to get a shot there, but eventually sent down, and that'll be an icing call on Osseo Maple Grove. So we'll have an offensive zone faceoff for the Storm here. As O'Day, Hutchins, and Lego come back in on the front line. James Meyer and Cam Adair on D. Here's Collin on the faceoff. Collin tries to wrestle this one away, knocks it into the corner. Comes back out to Cam. Cam fires one. That's off of. That was off of Otto. Now George sent around. Kept in by Cam. Osseo Maple Grove breaks it out, and that's going to be a penalty. As Cam grabbed a hold of his man, and he's going to get called for the hooking. So Cam will go into the box, and the Storm will be on the penalty kill again. Kind of hard to come back when you only have 4 players against their 5, so this is a much taller order now as the Storm are. This one's chipped out of there nicely by Will Marsh, as they will just try to kill this penalty and then see if they can get something going offensively. OMG now down through the circle, back out front. Oh, and this one's knocked away by James Meyer, but there's a pass through the crease that That was a dangerous one. Now, there's another pass through the crease that goes all the way across. 55 seconds left on this penalty. And there's a shot right at Ben, and he covers that one nicely. .49 seconds left in this power play for Osseo Maple Grove as the Storm get a fresh set of players out here. This is Colin Moose on the faceoff here. He knocks this to the wall, but Osseo Maple Grove with it. Down low circle. Into the corner. Back out to the point. There's a shot that's blocked by Colin Moose. Colin tying up his man nicely. Oh, and this one's poked away as the Storm were making a bid for a shorthanded goal there. And there is a slap shot, but that is easily knocked down by Ben. Both teams back at full strength as Cam is now out of the box. There's George. He gets it up to Colin. Colin then dumps it in as Storm was in a line change, so he didn't have much help. But now Otto is able to keep this in the zone. Now it's knocked out of there. Cam gets it across to Beck. Beck sends it in. That was wrestled away. Comes to George. George skates it back in the zone. He's got Otto. Oh, and Otto with a shot. Another save by the Osseo Maple Grove goalie. As Colin and George wrestle with it in the corner. 3:22 left in this game. George eventually comes away with it. He gets it right out front. Now here's Colin with it. Comes to Beck, and Beck loses it to OMG. They got a 2-on-1 here. Nice job by Beck to recover and keep his man away from the puck. Colin comes in, tries to wrestle it away. Saved by Ben. Wrestled away by Cam. Cam goes off the boards. This one comes to Tyson or George. George now, he's got Otto. He gets knocked into the boards. He still keeps control of it though. They score again. That'll make it 5-0 now. So Osseo Maple Grove now goes up 5-0 with 2:15 left. And now Osseo Maple Grove is now going to call for a penalty here, I think. Storm are going to go on the power play. So just a little information about this Osseo Maple Grove team or this association. So Minnesota Hockey, or I should say District 3, allows you to do what's called stacking your team. So whenever an association has multiple teams at the same level, they are allowed to pick and choose who goes on each of those teams. And what Osseo Maple Grove does is they stack their teams, meaning they take their best 16, 17 players and put them on the B1 team, and then they put their bottom 15 or 16 and put them on the second B1 team. And so this is the top team for Osseo Maple Grove. The Storm do not subscribe to that methodology, and they make the teams even and take the top 30 players and split them evenly down the middle. And so every year it's a little bit of a little bit frustrating sometimes when you have to play against these teams that are, you're at a bit of a disadvantage to start with when they stack their teams, and unfortunately the Storm choose not to do that, but I think they do their players a bit of a disservice because you're not able to really compete sometimes with some of these top teams.
No pressure! Good job, Tito!
And that will do it as this one comes to an end. Storm. What's that?